Hello and welcome back everyone to the channel. Today we'll be making a new video, and this will be shifting gears a bit more so to the Canadian side of this channel. So as I mentioned, I'll be covering American, Canadian, and just any sort of geopolitical event that goes on in the world. I'll try to cover more broad political events, but for today we're going to be doing a really early prediction of the 2025 election coming to Canada. So we don't know the exact date yet, but it's projected to be in October and or November. And this is most likely going to be between current Liberal Prime Minister Justin Trudeau against Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre and NDP leader Jagmeet Singh. But then we have some other players as well. So the Bloc Québécois, Yves-François Blanchet, and we have some lesser parties as well, the Green Party and People's Party as well, but they're not really factors in this. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'm just going to be going over some of the projections right now and really seeing how this is going to make a huge difference in the political landscape here in Canada. So right off the bat, it's pretty fair to say that it's not looking good for the Liberals. But before I do that and explain the results, I'll just be going over the Canadian political system. So the Canadian system is pretty different from the American one in the sense that there is no direct election of the Senate or direct election of the Prime Minister or the President in the United States case. So there's no direct election of the Prime Minister. Rather, it's a first past the post system. So it's pretty much voting in MPs, and the leader of the party that has the most MPs is going to be crowned as a Prime Minister. So bit different from the U.S. system. It's a lot simpler, more straightforward. So basically, you just need as many seats as possible to become the Prime Minister. That's pretty much it. And currently, in more detail, you need 172 seats to win a majority. If you win a majority, you can pretty much pass anything. You have the majority of seats, as the name implies. And if you pass that 172 mark, it's very difficult to stop you from passing bills. Currently, the Liberals do not have a majority. They're sitting right below a majority. I think they have like 160 something seats, so they're a bit below that number. But they did actually win with a majority in 2015, so this is a big downgrade. This is like 90 seats that they're projected to lose, which is a pretty big deal for the Liberals, especially considering that they came in 2015 with a major victory, huge majority. But the tide has turned. It's changed a lot. So let's just go over the results real quick, some of the projections. So right away we got Yukon. I mean, Yukon is not a conservative province. I think it's pretty clear to say that. Usually this whole area, all the territories, they tend to vote for NDP, sometimes Liberal. It doesn't really happen often. It's more so NDP. But this is pretty major. Like, this is ridiculous for the Liberals. We got BC here as well. Again, not really conservative. I'd be surprised if the Liberals somehow win more than 3 seats, because people are sick and tired of Trudeau. Let's just put it that way. Alberta, I mean, this is nearly clean sweep, 36-1. Projected. I think it could be clean sweep, 37. Saskatchewan, 13-1. Again, this could also be a clean sweep. These are very conservative provinces. Think of Alberta and Saskatchewan pretty much as, Texas, and this could be something like, I don't know, Florida, like very conservative. We got Manitoba, which again, Manitoba is not a conservative province, so and they actually have an NDP premier, so that's the provincial leader, which is pretty surprising that they'd actually lean towards conservatives in a federal election. It really goes to show how unpopular Trudeau is. We got Ontario here, which again, this is a big blowout, 91-26 for the Liberals. NDP are barely clinging on. They also will lose a lot, or are projected to lose a lot. I think they're at some 30 something right now, so that'll be a major loss for them. And then we got Quebec. For those that don't know Canadian politics, Quebec it's almost like its own nation in a way. So they always tend to vote for a party called Bloc Québécois, and historically Conservatives don't do well there. I don't think it's really going to change this year, or next year, sorry. But they may make some gains. I mean, 14 seats is a bit more than I expected, so that's pretty impressive for them. But then again, Quebec always goes to Bloc Québécois. They always like the Quebecer party. And then we got, New Brunswick, which again, liberal, always liberal. It's really weird that the East Coast is voting Conservative. Newfoundland, very liberal. Shocker that they're actually leaning towards Conservative. It's not on lock, but they're leaning towards Conservatives. And then Nova Scotia as well. They tend to be very liberal. PEI, not really surprised. It's only really liberal majority. So that's really a major concern for the Liberals. When you're losing the East Coast, you're bound to lose the election. Yeah, so that was the very, very early prediction for the 2025 Canadian election. I'll be making some more videos on this and other US politics. But yeah, if you like the video, like and subscribe, comment to boost the algorithm, and I'll see you in the next one.